Chapter 16. On the day after Charlene's wedding, Yvonne flew to western Pennsylvania to follow the road map written by Quell, whose murder remained unsolved. On her second day in Allegheny County, Yvonne continued to knock on the doors of homes that had John Donaldson signs and Confederate flags as warning notices. Some ignored her knocks. Others shouted vulgarity behind their closed doors, but one answered. A thin and ungroomed 50-something man opened the door with anger in his eyes and a can of beer in his hairy hand. "Get the fuck off my property," he yelled from behind the frayed screen. Yvonne smiled and humbly said, "Thank you, sir, for opening your door." As if his body was rejecting the thoughts at the forefront of his mind, his face turned into a blank expression. Yvonne kindly said, "Sir, are you angry at me because I'm black?" "No," he shouted. "I'm tired of people trying to tell me who I should vote for." "Sir, who are you voting for?" "None of your damn business." Yvonne maintained her smile. "Sir, I would like to know, your home is the only one on this stretch without a John Donaldson sign." "I don't need no damn sign. I might vote for him and I might not. Hell, I might not vote at all." "Sir, have you considered voting for his opponent?" He shook his head and frowned. "No." "Why not? I'd like to know. Maybe I'm voting for the wrong person." "You damn liberals are always voting for the wrong things." He sniffed and tilted the beer to his mouth. "It's hot and that beer looks cold. Can I have one?" His eyes narrowed and he scratched the stubble. "I really would like to have a beer." He appeared undecided. "I'll buy it for you. You want to come in or you want me to bring it to you?" "I'd like to come in if you don't mind. I've been on my feet for hours. It would be nice to sit down and drink a cold beer." "Come on in." He opened the screen door and pointed. "Have a seat over there." She sat on the yellow floral chair with her feet on the thin burgundy carpeted floor. The trailer home was filled with the stench from cigarette smoke. The man scratched his scruff with dirt-filled nails. "You don't smoke, do you?" "No, I don't." "How did you know?" "Your face. Sorry about the smell. My wife smokes a lot." "Oh, where is she? I want to meet her." "She's at work." He grumbled and walked toward the aged refrigerator. His khakis were wet, as if he'd forgotten to use the bathroom. His dingy white half t-shirt didn't cover the edge of his dingy briefs. Yvonne was discreetly scanning the surroundings when he returned with the beer. "Thank you, sir. How much?" "Go ahead and drink it. It's free." He sat on the matching sofa. She popped the top and sipped. "Sir, can I know your name?" "George. Yours?" "Yvonne." "You look familiar. Where have I seen you?" "Maybe on television. I've been on a few news talk shows." He gulped his beer. "I'm sure I didn't see you there. I don't watch liberal news." "You probably saw me on XOF." "You were on XOF?" "I was. Do you watch the show with the black woman host?" "I do. So, that's where I saw you?" "Maybe." He stared with a touch of anger in his eyes. "You don't drink beer." "Let me be honest with you. I don't like beer. I only asked because I wanted the chance to speak with you." "Uh-huh. So, what do you want to talk about? The election?" "I do. I need you to help me understand why this country supports the president." He drank the remainder of his beer and belched. "Because he's doing a good job." "But he's a liar and has abused his power and obstructed justice." "All politicians are liars. You lied to get invited in here." "I did, and I confessed. I apologized and told you the reason why I lied." But Donaldson doubles down and triples down on his lies. He tries to make you believe that 2 plus 2 isn't 4. That sounds like some liberal talking point to take my eyes off the big picture. And what's the big picture? The wall. Why is the wall important to you? We need to protect our borders. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. All immigrants need to enter this country legally. I agree. But the wall isn't the solution because the majority of illegal immigrants are those who enter through airports and overstay their visas. That's more liberal talking points. Yvonne scooted forward and sat the beer on the worn coffee table in front of him. George, is your life better than it was 4 years ago? Better how? Better at the kitchen table. He pondered the question. She waited patiently for his answer. Now that I think about it, I have less than I had 4 years ago. Do you mean money? Yes. So why are you supporting the president? He's doing a good job. He cut taxes. The country has record unemployment and a record stock market. Did you benefit from the tax cut? We got a little something. If you don't mind, how much? That's none of your business. You're right, it's not. But I'm guessing only 100 at the most. While you were happy receiving that little something, you didn't notice that food went up, and prescription costs, and your electric and water bills. George, I bet if you count the amount you received from the tax cut and subtract the increase in your monthly expenses, you will discover that when money went into one pocket, a hand was taking much more from your other pocket. You paid for the rich to benefit from the tax cut. That's okay, because the rich can provide more jobs if they have more money. Have they? I don't know, probably. We have record low unemployment. Somebody is hiring. Are you employed? No. How long have you been unemployed? 2 years. If you don't mind answering, why are you unemployed? The factory closed. The president said he was bringing back factory jobs, so that's another of his many false promises. George's expression seemed to disagree with that statement, but he didn't respond. Do you own stock? She asked. No. So, the low unemployment isn't benefiting you because you are unemployed, and the record stock market isn't benefiting you because you don't own stock. It's not harming me either. Yes, it is. The unemployment numbers are low because the president removed the regulations that were put in place to combat climate change. Global warming is real. I'm sure you heard about the ice melting in Antarctica. That's the 5th largest continent, larger than Europe and Australia. What do you think will happen if Antarctica melts? Where will all that water go? His eyes bulged as if he realized the possibility. George, based on your answers, there is nothing in the president's policies that benefit you except the wall. If the wall is more important than what's on your kitchen table, you should vote to re-elect the president. But if not, you need to vote for the person that will improve your personal life. Voting is personal. Vote for the candidate that is helping you personally. This county was better off under the black president, but voted against his re-election. Why? He didn't answer. Yvonne kept her focus on the lowered half-bald head. He lifted his head. I voted for the men who ran against him. Let me say that those men are very good. If I lived in Arizona, I would have voted for him to be in the Senate. If I lived in Utah, I would have voted for him to be in the Senate. So why didn't you vote for them when they ran for president? Because I believed the black president was better. I think you voted for him because he was black. It was one of the reasons, but not the main reason. What was the main reason? His policies. Liberalism. No. Healthcare mainly. Why didn't you vote for him when he ran for re-election? You said your wife was better during that time. Because I'm a Republican. I always vote Republican like you always vote Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat, but I don't always vote Democrat. I believe in what's written on this t-shirt. Country before party.